This is the new SIG 516 G3. Now, the G3 is the latest iteration of the rifle. If you've seen the 516 before, it kind of petered out there for a little while in the civilian market. I think law enforcement and stuff can still get their hands on them, but they have evolved the rifle into what you see here. And they've made some pretty interesting changes to it. We'll do a full-length video on this rifle going in depth into the changes that were made, but there's some pretty interesting differences. Now, right away, you're going to notice the handguard, obviously, right? The handguard has changed. The gas system is about 98% the same as the previous version. We'll talk about the differences in the full video. We have a new muzzle device that really is cool and works quite effectively. But one of the biggest changes is the addition of a side charging system that you're going to find on something like the SIG Spear. And so you have the side charger, which is non-reciprocating and locks in the forward position, and we still have a T-handle charging system back here. It's interesting to note that they've put a steel pin in there that's replaceable, so a lot of times we've seen in the past with high-use AR-15s, you'll get wear on the receiver right there from the hook that locks it in the closed position. Well, if it starts to wear, now you can replace that pin, but that steel pin probably isn't going to wear. And you'll notice it has some carryover features from things like the MCX. An example, you have a forward assist on here, but it looks as though it takes an MCX type forward assist. I don't know if it does or doesn't. We'll try to figure that out by the time we do the full video, but you can take it off or put it on, things like that. It does have its standard buffer system in here from a standard AR-15. We have our ambi controls, which we did see in other versions of the original 516, but what they have added over here is an ambi bolt stop bolt release, which wasn't present on earlier versions. You'll find that the lower is very similar. The bolt and carrier have changed a little bit. There's a new safety on the bolt carrier, firing pin safety, and they've changed the bolt itself. They've strengthened it, and we'll talk about that in the full video. But overall, it's a really, really interesting system with an adjustable gas system. On top of it, we do have the new Romeo 9T AMR, and we'll talk about that in the video with its little flip to the side magnifier. But overall, aside from being just a little bit heavier because that side charger, it is actually a really nice shooting rifle. You know I'm a DI fan, but this is a short stroke gas piston, and it cycles and shoots extremely smoothly, which kind of is in the same vein as some of the other short stroke gas piston rifles I've shot lately, like the H&K. It seems like they're getting these systems more and more smooth. The recoil impulse isn't nearly as abrupt, and we'll do a full video here very soon.